All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. My name is Debbie Barnett. Welcome to Wednesday night skill building, where I play against the bots at I Love Maj. And for those of you who already know me, I'm all about Mahjong, bringing you educational material, live streams, in person, and online events for you and to help you guys grow your game. And I do appreciate those that join in with me, helping out, suggestions, asking questions, whatever it is you want to do. There's nothing off limits here on Wednesday night skill building. Most of the time, I'll be honest with you and let you know if I agree with one of your choices. If I don't, I explain why I am choosing to go my way. But of course, my way may not work out. Your way may have worked out. That's how this game goes and what makes it so much fun, because the tiles are in the eyes of the beholder. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we'll head over to I Love Maj. Is there anybody new here tonight? Never been to Wednesday night live stream? Please put it in the Zoom chat so I know, but I think almost everybody's been here. But if you're brand new, let me know and let me know how long you've been playing. Hello, everybody just joining in from YouTube, and I hope that you guys are safe wherever you are if you're in Florida. So here we are at the I Love Maj game launch pad. If you've not been on I Love Maj, it's a fabulous site to be on. I like to just do a quick run through of a few things, but besides for 4-player Mahjong, I Love Maj now has Siamese Mah Jongg. They are the only Siamese, the original Siamese endorsed game site. So this is a site you can trust to play not only the National Mahjong League card, but also the Siamese Mah Jongg card. And on Sunday nights, I now do the Siamese Mah Jongg. Been splitting it right now, an hour of Siamese with the Siamese card and an hour with the regular card. If you've never played Siamese, it's a lot of fun. Really get your brain power working. If you think it's hard looking at one set of tiles, you got to try Siamese Mah Jongg. It'll definitely improve your skills and help you learn the card. That's one of the greatest parts of Siamese Mah Jongg. So here's the game launch pad, and I play against the bots here. And then down I have to go here. And then down below is an exercise room. Great place to come in and hang out. Helps you learn the card. That's really one of the key things to this whole madness of Mahjong. You've got to know the card, not by heart, but know it well enough to recognize certain things, the tiles, what direction you're going to go in, etc. So I definitely urge you to check this out. If you want to join I Love Maj and try it out, I have an affiliate, so you can get 3 weeks for free instead of 2. When you sign up, probably easiest things to do is use the affiliate code DB, uppercase D, uppercase B, or look under one of my skill building video descriptions and you can just click on a link there. But I know sometimes people say, I don't know where to find that, but it is directly under. When you go to watch a video, you just need to scroll down a little bit and you'll see it. There's a little bit there, and then there's a more button. You click on the more and it gives you all different links that I have down there. And one of them is the I Love Maj link. Okay. Well, without any further ado, let's start this game and get it going. I'm going to keep it on intermediate level. I tell you each week a little bit about the bot level, but intermediate is right in between beginner and advanced. The advanced, from what I'm told from Julie and Philippe, have the ability to call a player's hand dead. I am so hoping that I don't need to use the advanced for that reason. But anyway, we'll keep it at intermediate and go ahead and launch this game. All right, now always remember to check to make sure you're on the right card, especially if you're going to play Siamese in here. That's especially important because you have a choice of the Siamese card or the National Mah Jongg League card, and you'll find out pretty quickly when you try to Maj with the wrong card. So make sure you check that there. We leave the timer off for tonight, but this is a good way to test how long it takes for you to make a decision once a discard is made. I like to talk about, as much as I remember with a lot that's going on during the live stream, about the beginning, middle, and end games and how the speed of play changes drastically during those phases of the game. So you always want to see if you could get to 4 seconds as far as decision making when a tile is discarded, but certainly we all need extra time. As the game gets on and we get later in the game and there's more things going on and you have to make harder decisions. So we'll keep it off for this purpose of tonight. And hello, everybody. Welcome joining from YouTube as well. And thank you for the well wishes, Carol. Yeah, we're keeping our mind busy with Mahjong tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and click start. And I have to put my 4-player hat on because I am definitely finding switching off between the two is sometimes a little challenging because strategies change with Siamese. Some things stay the same, but they definitely do change. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and we're already sorted here by suit. I have one joker. That's lovely. I have no multiples. Now, somebody did post on one of my Facebook groups asking what a multiple was. And if you guys know the Ask the Mahjong Teacher Facebook group, Tina and I, who are administrators of the group, we answer the questions so that we can give you one correct answer. That's not to say that we don't make mistakes because we are human. So we definitely do make mistakes. So please feel free to PM us, not put it in a big long post about why we were wrong, which is just very confusing to the group members, especially when many times the person posting is wrong themselves. So, I don't want it to be a battleground there. I'm fine with fixing an answer that I put in wrong. Today, I actually grabbed the wrong answer about a dead hand. And instead of the person PMing me, they did put it on there in the whole big long thing and the answer and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I deleted that and, did send a message to this woman and said, if you need to talk about a incorrect response, just send me a private message, please. And I updated my answer. So easy peasy. So anyway, multiples. A lot of people chimed in and was answering what multiples were, and most of them were not accurate. They were starting to talk about the use of jokers and singles and pungs and kongs when this person just wanted to know the definition of the word multiple. Multiple means you have more than one of the same tile. That's what it means. It could be a pair, it could be a pung, it could be a kong, as long as you have more than one. You see, I have not more than one of anything here. So I have a little bit more of a challenge, and this is when it's a good time for us to practice. What do we keep and what do we give away when we're dealt this sort of hand? So just for a little bit, I shouldn't say I don't have any multiples. I have a multiple of a West. I kind of put them in a separate category sometimes, and I shouldn't, but I do have a multiple West, and I will definitely take a look as to what I keep, whether I will consider that multiple. But in the meantime, I want to start with all of these tiles first, and then we'll circle back to dragons and winds and see how we can incorporate those if we're going to incorporate those into our what we're keeping. Remember now, we don't always pick a hand from the get-go. Sometimes a hand is obvious and it's right there sitting in front of us, but we always want to keep multiple options open. That's the key. So knowing the card the way I do, 2024 is not in the picture for these tiles. 2, 4, 6, 8 is also not that strong, in my opinion. It doesn't speak to me. So I'm going to move this 6 down for now. But I do have 2 8s. That's a little promising, not a lot, for maybe any like numbers right now. All right, moving down to addition hands. I'm not a lover of those hands to begin with, but I don't have to worry about it because I don't have one suit of any strong combination here. I do have little bits of it, but since they're not my favorite hands, you want to know why? Because there's 3 Kongs. And for me, 3 Kongs in the same suit, if they were mixed suit, I'd feel differently. 3 Kongs in the same suit make a harder hand. Why? Because if one of your tiles goes out and you're not ready to call the discard, you don't have enough jokers, your hand's not set. There's one tile for that Kong gone, and you already know you've got to cover it with a joker right off the bat. So that's just now, there are many times my hand comes in that way and I make a mixed, a same suit run, but more than often, I end up making a mixed suit run because it's a lot more flexible. So, we'll just deal with that right now. Quints, don't have to worry about quints at all. What about consecutive numbers? When I keep consecutive numbers, I like to keep numbers surrounding. If I had a multiple, I would do numbers surrounding the multiple. In this case, I'm going to choose numbers around the majority of the numbers that I have that make a run. So in this particular case, I have 6, 7, 8, and I have them in multiple suits. I'm not just going to keep 7, 8, 9, which I know some people will do, especially a newer player. They're not comfortable understanding the whole concept. You've got to keep it all because it may be more than just a same suit run. We have many mixed suit options under there. All right, so I'm keeping all those. I'm not picking or focusing on a hand yet. But what about 1, 3, 5, 7, 9? Well, I have a 1, 3, bam, a 3 crack, a 1 dot. I mean, I've got 4 of those right there. I could say, you know what? I even have a 7 and a 9 here. You know what? Maybe I'll forget about my run options right now, and maybe I'll look at the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I have a nice mixture here for line 1, but crazy as it may seem, I'm usually missing the Kong in that 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, line 1 on the right side. And sure enough, I'm missing the 5 cracks. So it doesn't mean I won't get it in the Charleston, but I do have a nice amount right there. And that could be a good option for me. And guess what I like? I like the fact that I could keep my run stuff going on possibly and maybe get rid of something else. So I have some runs to look at and maybe 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. If anybody has their mic on, if you could just hit your little red mic button so you can mute yourself so I don't get any feedback. That would be super. Anyway, so but I also see, a potential right here with 1, 3, 3, 5. That could be a potential. So I'm going to think about it. Well, let's move to the West. Now with the West, I don't have a lot of wins, so I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to probably keep them all because I would want to probably use that south as a pass, a tile to pass. But with the west, what would I want to keep with the west? Well, one of the most popular hands this year is the third hand down, and the right side uses east and west with two numbers in a row. Well, if I keep those, I've already got several options. 7-8 crack, 6 bm 7 dot. I got a lot there. And yeah, I could keep those west right now and get rid of these tiles here. Try to keep this soap right now because I'm not sure what will happen. You know, I know, like I said, I know the card. It could be like numbers with dragons. So I think for now, my choice is going to be this. Now, if I play this entire Charleston and I am able to record every option, which I am doing, and I'm able to click replay, which you could do in the exercise room, by the way, and I make different decisions, it would be fun, right? To see which way works out the best. Right now, it's a crapshoot. It really is. But hi, Karen. Thanks for joining. Yeah, we haven't seen you, missed you. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this. And I got in two tiles that now give me two multiples in the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 arena right here. So this is a nice little addition here. If I get other 5s and 7s, maybe things will change. This is a kind of making me rethink the West situation right now. But there is a, let's see, the 1, 2, 3, 5th hand down does have run 3 pairs, sorry, with the east and west. So I could potentially keep those and do that and dump something else here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm definitely going to keep the 8 since that does sit right in there in a nice 3 suit run. Certainly I'm going to need flowers. I don't worry about what I don't have at this moment. That's why I leave a lot of options, so I don't have to worry about it. And if I move these down now, because these now became much more important because they're my multiples, and that's what we want to always build off if we can. Now, I don't know if any of you were on Sunday night, but I ended up having a Kong, I believe it was 4 dots, that I ended up not needing at all. The way the other tiles came in for this second Maj that I made, or I think it was the second Maj I made on this particular one, I didn't need them, but I wasn't even upset about having to get rid of them because they were safe tiles and I knew I didn't have to worry about any of those tiles being any of my opponents. So I was fine with it, not a problem. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'll keep the west for a little bit. We know we got rid of a south. I believe it was a south. And I'll get rid of this right now and still keep my 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 first line, right side open. And also maybe a same suit run or something else that happens because things change so quickly with this game. So let's see what happens. All righty, I have another west. And that would certainly be very nice if I were to get the other 8 dot. That would be coming in very beautifully. And now I have to be somewhat careful that I don't get stuck having to pass a pair. And that is sometimes a juggle. If I do this, I want to keep this and I get something else in. It could be a little bit of a challenge. So I may do just a blind pass right now so that I have one just in case. I mean, I know I'm not going to get 3 in. I may have to break these up. So that could be a possibility. I'm going to move these down here for just a minute or two. I lied when I said just a minute. But yeah, so I want to maximize what I get. So I kind of don't want to get rid of this either because I don't know if I'm going to end up using it even in the 5th hand down under consecutive run. That's also another option. So maybe I'll do this. I'll do a blind pass for just now. Let me see what happens. Oh, look at that. I got in. Whoops, wrong one. I got in the 5. Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so if I continue, which I will continue, I'd love to know how many of you would stop it right here because you have so many choices. And you don't want to choose something. Well, my rule of thumb is unless I have one really, really strong hand, I'm not stopping it. I don't want to prevent myself from building this hand or maybe a couple of hands. So I'm going to continue it. And I'm not going to stick with the 7, 8, 9 East and West because it is a little riskier with that pair. I do have a pair here as well, but I still have other things that I can switch into. So I do still have that 3 bam, but if I commit to the East and West with the 7, 8, 9, and all my 8 dots go out, then I'm in a little bit more trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this going right now. Let's see what happens. I still have the 7, 8, 9. By choosing not to keep the wins, maybe other things will also come in. So I'm going to continue. Now I'm going to do this right here. Okay, I didn't get anything in that I could really use, so I'm going to go ahead and although I do have some more 3, 6 for the 3, 6, 9, but I think I'm kind of like happy in the category that I'm in. Here's the South that I probably got back. I'm going to give it out again. Let's see what happens. Oh, I got another South and a North. So there were 2 there. And it doesn't look like anybody is playing with those. So interesting that we saw no East. But I can go ahead and pass 3. These North and Souths kept going around and around. I feel pretty confident that West is not playing them. I almost would rather not break up the West right now and just use those to discard right away. So I think I'll do this. I normally don't like to do that, but the North and South came in, went out, came in, went out. Now, I could eat my hat right now and eat my words, but I'm going to take a chance. And it's all about that. So, that's a good thing. Just to stop real quick, Dana had asked, can I explain the blind pass? Sure. A blind pass can be done on the first left or the last right. And it's a good opportunity to, if you don't have tiles to pass and you want to, you have tiles, but you want to keep your options open. That's a good time to take advantage if you only have 2 tiles that you can pass. And then the computer grabs one from the player who's giving you their pass. In person, you just take one of the player who put their pass down, your incoming first left, you take a tile and you move it over with the 2 that you have. In my case, I did it because I wanted to hold on to another tile just in case I got tiles in I didn't want to break up and would be maybe forced because I had those 3 Wests to pass a pair. There's a lot of ways to help yourself with not having to get stuck passing a pair. It all ended up working out for me. If it comes up again, we'll talk about it again. I hope that helps. Oh my goodness, Agnes is joining us tonight from the evacuation center in Venice. Oh my God. And she's going to stay on with us unless she loses power. How cool is that? Agnes, that could go one for you down in the books, right? All right, so here we go. I got the west back. It doesn't look like I got the one dot back. I got, I believe I had this six as well in the beginning. I'm almost positive, but not 100%, but I know the west and the one dot for sure. And so I'm going to go ahead and pass all three of those to maximize what I get in. So I'll do three. And I didn't get anything new in, but that's okay because I have discards. So what I need to do is get some jokers in, some other good picks in so that I can make a decision as to which way I want to go. I'll go ahead now and I'll get out the West, even though I know that one came in. Never can be sure enough with these wins. So I'm just going to get them out first. And then I always get out fresh tiles. Definition of a fresh tile is one that's not on the table or in an exposure yet. That's the true definition of a fresh tile. Or maybe one that you just got in on the optional across that you never saw before. That's another fresh tile because it's fresh, you never saw it. And that's another reason to escalate and get that out. So I'm going to go ahead and start with these Wests, even though both of those are, I'm going to be doubling up on those. And a flower right out the door and two soaps right out the door. Now, I may keep this. For those of you that know the card, you'll know there's a hand, 5 crack, 7 crack, 7 dot, 9 dot with the opposite dragons. It sits here at the end. I like to put it here. But I could keep it because I have discards. Why not? So I'm just going to keep collecting growing my options if I have to. I don't really care. 3 soaps right away. Woo, crazy, crazy. All righty. Probably not going to help me out at all, the 9 crack, so I don't think I'm going to keep it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the tiles first that were in my hand. It doesn't matter. I just have like a crazy thing about, getting rid of what was sitting after the Charleston first out. So I'll start dumping those first. There's a 5 crack that I would love, but I can't take it at this point. So I just have to say, sorry, see you later. But now this is what I was talking about. I know I need another joker right here. So that's the deal. Karen said, do I usually get rid of year tiles first? Uh, I not necessarily. It just depends. I mean, 3 soaps just went out. So, I know there's a couple of hands that only have 1 soap in that year category. The third one in the closed concealed hand, but not really. I just make my fresh tiles go out first. Somebody else may do that, but all right, so there's a 2 bam and joker available for exchange. And there it goes already. So we've got several 2s and 4s right out there right away. Again, I'm going to start dumping what came in first, or I ended up with after the Charleston first. Do you have to do it? Not necessarily, but I'm going to do it. There's no 3s out. Okay, so there's a one bam that I would like to grab, but my hand is not formed enough at this point for me to take that and commit to that first line. This is a pung. It would be a pung for the first line in 13579 on the right side. And if I take it, I'm committing to that hand. I don't want to block myself in yet to that hand. So this is one of the hardest things when it comes to not calling too early and figuring it out. Why don't I call it? We're in the beginning game. So if you look here, 83 tiles, the first 33, there's 99 after the deal. The first 33 is the begin game. When we get to 66, we'll be entering the middle game. Right now, I can play pretty quickly. I don't have to think about anything or care about what people are playing. Just get fresh tiles out. There is a red, and I am not going to keep that red at all right now, so I'll get rid of that. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the one first, which was, nope, there's a one out already. So I'm going to get the four is out, the one is out, the red is not out, and either is the nine. So either one of these would be fine to start out with discarding. That's a good reason to get that tile out early. Just imagine if my brain said, "Oh, there's no reds out. I can't throw it." And I kept it and I built my hand. I picked four good picks over the next like 7 or 8 rounds. And then I threw the red. Then I could be throwing Joe his Mahjong tile. So you want to get it out early. And even if it's an exposure, better than it being a Mahjong. There's an 8 dot for a same suit run or something of the sort that I'd love to have, but I don't have it. So I can't do anything with it. All right. And I know the 2 dot went out and the 9 is the next one that I get out. It's just how I prioritize my discards. Other instructors may do something totally different. Right, we have 2 jokers up for joker exchange there. Maybe I'll be one of the lucky ones. All right, so I got a 9 dot. That is in a pung position in that top 13579. But it could also be for the one that is the 5-7. 7-9, which doesn't look like is going to be a great option since I now know I have a competitor here with the 7 cracks. You never know. I could get those other 2 sevens or pick one in. I've played the same numbers others have played, so we'll see what happens. Okay, let's just keep going here. Well, there goes one of them. Darn. There goes another one. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So here we go with another opportunity to call a 7 dot. I don't need it for that first line, 13579 on the right side. I certainly would need it for something else, but now I'm in a situation where what am I going to do? I'm not going to call it for a Kong and do 7, 8, 9 right now because I don't have any flowers yet. And that would block me into that. There may be a few other hands like 5 crack, 7 crack, Agata, 2 pungs, and then the 7 dot, 9 dot, which could work out in my favor. But it's silly for me to even think about that right now because somebody else has my tiles. So I got to say ignore. All right, so now I have a flower, and that might change my decision moving forward. We'll see. Oh, there's another one. That's the second one out. Okay, I know this is out and this is out, so either one is fine at this point. It doesn't look like anybody was playing those wins at all. So, I mean, Agata could be, but I doubt it. Oh, gee, I'm not getting very good picks right now. Okay, so there are no eight cracks out. And I know, I'm pretty sure I sent out an eight crack early on somewhere during the Charleston. So there are none out, and that says to me, get it out right away. And we're, by the way, in the middle game, 61 tiles. Yep. So I was right about that. But again, I'd rather him call it than call it for Mahjong. So he's playing two BM, four BM, six crack, and eight crack. And that looks like it's the only hand that, or two, oh, nope, or two, four. No, that's right. Two, four, six, eight. That's the only hand. If you see something I'm missing, please let me know. All right, so ignore and no jokers, Wes. Nice going. All right, so we've got a two crack up here, and I think that's also fresh, so get it out. And of course, this green actually, if I'm not going to be playing 5, 7, 7, 9 with the greens, and since Joe has reds up, that's probably my next tile I'm going to get out. Because I don't know what Joe's doing, and it could be dragons. So, there's a three bam, and that is that the second one out? Or no? No, I thought there was another three bam out, but I don't see it. Okay, well, sometimes it's right in front of me and I can't see it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the green, which I think is a pretty good tile to get out right now. Ah, see, the game is very predictable. Ooh, well, maybe I'll grab that green. Now, I could have been thinking, oh, if I kept it and someone else threw it, I'd get a joker. You know, not that's not a good way to be thinking when it somebody did ask me about that, but no, that to me is not a strategy to use. So not when it comes to that tile. Sometimes flower have some good strategies you can play around with. Oh, we got any any like numbers. And I have two sevens, which obviously I'm not getting rid of. Hmm. Interesting. Let's see. The seven bam. Is that one out? I don't see it. Okay, so Joe's got a green for Joker Exchange. He is playing either the like numbers line two or the Winds and Dragons line two. And we'll see which one soon. The four soap. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. That's pretty nice. Wow, if I get one more Joker, that would be really nice, or one BM. But we'll see. All right, so it looks like the 8 BM is out already. The four, of course, the four crack is out already. There are two 8 BMs on the table and one four crack. So I would probably escalate that. And let's see what else might be. Of course, for the 8 dot, there's only one out, but I might need that. I don't know. I got to hold it for a little bit. Oh, there it goes. All right. Well, 1 5 crack did go out. Where the heck was it? Let me look. That I know went out. At least I thought it did. Hmm. Where is the 5 crack? How come? Oh, there it is, up in the first row. See, sometimes I look and look and I can't find it. I'm going to call this. Now, I have some concern. I definitely do. I'm now at 44 tiles. We're in the almost in the end game. So I got to do something. So I'm going to, maybe I'll force this hand to happen. I don't know. I feel like, if Joe is playing, there is one bam out. There is 1 3 bam out. It is a little concerning, but I think I might try it. Let's see, what could I do if it blows up in my face? I almost want to wait to get the 4th one, but the 4th one could be at the end of the wall. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. Oh my goodness, what a risk. This will be a risk, but I have to do it. So, and guess what? If our friend Joe is playing the dragons, the Winds and Dragons line 2, he needs flowers. And there's only 1, 2 out, which means I would have to prioritize that to get it out. So I'm going to call this. And I just have to do that because now we're getting to that point where we're almost in the end game. I got to get it out with 2 exposures. So I call it for a Kong. And that's line 1 on the right side, 1 3 5 7 9. Let's try it, see what happens. Now, we will know, maybe he can't call it, maybe he can, maybe he's not playing that hand. So, and Agata needs flowers too, right? Thank you, Randy. Agata needs flowers, and if Joe's playing them, Joe needs flowers. Let's see what happens. Nobody called it. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me, honey. Oh, look at that. Interesting. Too bad. I can't use it. But it makes for very nice, safe tiles since there are 2 out. So now we're going to be experiencing or talking about what a safe tile is. The safe tile is 2 are on the table and I have the other 2. Pretty good chance that they're safe, right? So I'll get rid of the 8 right now. And there's another flower. Oh, wow. Okay, so Agata was waiting on one of her news tiles, her singles, picked it in, and then when that flower was discarded, thankfully it wasn't me or I would have lost points, she was able to call it. But whoever discarded it did the right thing. Even if I got another flower at that early stage of the game, I definitely would have discarded it. And Joe is playing with the like numbers with 9s. I had 3 of his 9s. He had a lot of jokers though, and he was set to call a 9 bam. Wow. Let's see what's here. Remaining 2 jokers at the end, and there's a 9 bam way down there. Well, there's a flower there, right? That one, but yeah, I was talking about for Joe. Joe's 9 bam is way down here. Yeah, flower's not even an issue now because of the Mah Jongg. But let's see, Wes was playing 2 4 6 8, the Pung Pung Kong Kong, and that would be line 1, 2 4 6 8 on the right side. All right, let's try this again. I've been having really better luck with Siamese lately. Oh, it's a lot different though when you have a lot of tiles. You can always pretty much be assured you're going to get 1 Mah Jongg. All right, so let's do this again. I'm going to put my winds down here and my dragons. Just that's because I set them up that way. And I'm going to work with my multiples first to see what I want to do. course, fives are not in 2024 and they're not in evens 2, 4, 6, 8. And they could be in like numbers, but I only have those two right now. And as far as addition hands, I'm happy to say I don't have much there to go with the fives, so I could pass on my not favorite addition hands. And then quints, of course, not really, because we've got only one joker. Consecutive run, sure. We've got some runs here going on. Again, I'm going to keep it all. 2, 3, 4, 5. If I had a 6, I'd even keep the 6. If I had more higher numbers, 4, 5, 6, 7s, maybe I'd keep those instead. But it's all a matter of what you just want to collect. Give yourself a chance at more options. Keeping the 5s and keeping the 3 also gives me the ability to look at the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, maybe the low end odds. That section is split right between high end and low end odds. So that might be a nice one. And, you know, we'll see what happens. So now what else could we do with these babies? Well, I'm definitely going to keep them. There's no doubt about it, because I do have a little 2024, but they won't include my pairs of 5s. But that may be the case that I have to give them up at some point. You just never know. I don't feel it with the wins, especially since I have one west and one south, although like numbers can use it, but I don't have any other 5s right now, so I'm not going to keep them. This gives me a chance to go ahead and get rid of 3 tiles and keep track of all this other good stuff that could turn into something magical. Let's see what happens. All right, I got another 2. Now I'm kind of torn, right? Because I have a 2 and I have the soaps. So that could be definitely the start of something really good in the 2024 section. I could also keep the 5s for a bit, because who knows, maybe I'll get 3 BAMs, 2, 3, and 4 cracks, and I can think about 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Oh, I have a 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. That could happen too. What would I get rid of? I want to keep that in mind, as well as 2024. And I also have, you know, the 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4 with the opposite dragons in there. Now I think I'm going to get rid of this. I got a lot to go on right there. Oh my goodness. It's like somebody is handing me the 2024 section. Isn't that crazy? Right there. That's very nice. That's line 1 right here. That's line 1. Let's see. 2024, line 3. Farther from that, not to say it won't happen, but I am like really feeling that. I even have some like numbers with the 2s. That could happen as well. So here is another opportunity to talk about not getting stuck with a pair, which I doubt is going to be the case right now, because I would have to get in 3 tiles that worked in my hand. So I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to take a chance. If I only had, let's say this was, yeah, winds have not come back. My honey is sending a message here and saying winds haven't come back, and that's true. So somebody's holding on to them. But let's just say this 3 was a part of the hand, and this was the only thing I had. If I passed the 3 of those, this could go a bunch of ways. If I passed the 5 crack, 8 BAM, and 8 dot, and I get 2 tiles into my hand, then I, am gonna want to continue the Charleston unless, because I do have this flower, even though right now I don't know if I'm gonna use it. Um, I would end up having to give the 5 to the same player. I don't love to do that. The chances that Agata is playing with, would be playing with them, I don't know. I mean, it could be, but it would be a risk I would be taking. But in this case, I still have this here. I'm not going to break it up. Well, I actually see the only reason I was keeping the 3 was for 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe it's a good idea to break it up right now. I think I'm really heading toward something with like numbers in 2s or 2024. So I'm going to break it up. This was the first pair that I started with, and look at that. I'm breaking it up right now. I'm not even going to do a blind because I want to maximize what I get in. So I'm doing it. Didn't get it, but I got a south back. So I'm going to continue, and I'm going to do this, this, and this. And I still don't have anything that's looking good here. So it was starting out really nice still, but I'll keep this just in case, like numbers. So I can do this, I can do this, and now I'm not using that 3 unless I were to keep it for 2, 3, 4. But I think that like numbers and potentially 2024 might be my best bet. Although, I'm going to tell you something. That 3 BM I've had in my hand a long time. I don't remember how long I've had it in there. I got it in the Charleston. It wasn't in my hand the whole time, so I'm okay with passing it. Sometimes what I don't want to do is give away a very fresh tile that has never left my hand at the end. I get them from other players and I'm very grateful, but I don't want to give them out, but I think I'm okay with it. So, oh, look at that. I just got a fresh tile from somebody and I'm very happy. Thank you so much. So line 1 is looking pretty. I definitely need some good picks to be able to cover those 2 BM and 4 BMs. What am I going to do here? For my pass, the 5 crack could be sitting in someone's hand. Kind of want to hold that red for a little bit. So I'm going to do 2. I'll do 2. All right, well, I've got my discards for sure. And guess what my priority is going to be? The 5 crack. Why? Because I gave a 5 crack to someone. So if they need it or they're playing with the 5 crack and they're not set to call it, I'm making their hand harder to make. If they do call it, maybe I kind of pressured them into calling it too early. Maybe they can't call it at all. So either way, it's a good thing, even if they do call it. So ignore. So I'm going to get that out. See, the strategies kind of prove themselves. That's exactly why I needed to get that 5 crack out. Now, guess what? Agata is the one I gave it to in the Charleston. If I had given her 2 in a row, she would have had that already in her hand. So, wow, it really does make so much sense. All right, now I'm just going to start getting rid of, I have a pair of 8s that I don't need. Although, who knows, maybe I'll start getting 6 cracks and do 2, 4, 6, 8, but no, I don't think so. But I'll go ahead and get rid of these 2. I think these both were in there at the end, so either one I can't remember. Just get rid of them. All right, that just went out. So I'll get rid of the 3. I like to hold pairs, just in case somebody is using them. It's nice to be able to grab some joker bait, but don't hold them too long. I don't like to hold them to any longer than the middle of the middle game. So that would be around 33, 60, no, middle game we enter at 66. So when we're down to about 40, no more than down to about 45 tiles ish in that area. Depends on what's going on too. So interestingly enough, now the seven crack, which, well, it's already out there anyway. Two of them are out. So I'll do the two dot. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to do the two dot because maybe I might need it for the 2024. I don't want to blindside myself into that one hand. So I'll keep it. Oh, I had to think for a second for 2024 or like numbers. Ugh. Sometimes I'm like, what are you doing, Debbie? Okay, so I'll keep that too because I don't know what I'm going to play there, right? Things could change drastically. I could end up playing line two. If I get some more jokers, a couple of more flowers, I don't know, but I'll get rid of the eights now. Oh, now I don't want to call this, even though the hand is coming in very nice, because I need at least another two good picks in that 2 and 4, those Kongs, to call that. And I don't want to commit to that particular hand yet. Ooh, let's see. No, I do not want to. So now we're talking about, let's see. I mean, if I got lucky and got the 2 dot and the 4 dot, I also have potentially line number 3, right? So I've got a lot of options. I don't want to grab this. And I know that some of you might be thinking, I would grab it, but I'm not. I'm ignoring it. Sorry, my hand's not formed enough. Why am I apologizing to you? So anyway, I'm saying ignore. Aha, I read. Okay, so no 6 p.m.s are out. Says get it out. My brain. There's a 4 dot. What I would love to have that, man. Can't do anything with it. Okay, 6 dots. So our tiles are out, and now we could just start ditching what we aren't using here. Another 4 dot. Boy, that'll make my decision quickly if another one goes. 2 of them go out. All right, so 9 BMs or not. 1 is out. So again, all these tiles I'm duplicating now. One BAM, where were you? Oh no, you're not the one I needed. I needed the 3 BAM. But there is no 1 BAM out, and that says, get it out. And that's the reason we want to get it out. Oh, look at that. Woohoo. Boy, if I do get a 2 dot, even though I need another flower, and I'll need another joker to cover that other baby here. That's what it would look like right there. But I got tiles to discard, so if I have to make a tough decision, yuck, yuck. Okay. Wow, 2 reds. 2 reds and 2 soaps. And if you don't mind, I just want to see what it looks like when I put this in the order of that second hand down for any like numbers. Let's talk about this hand first. I need a single 2, and I need a one for a pair. That's a little troubling. The line one was a little bit, I was struggling with that as well, which I could do with, 2 dots or, well, 2 dots would be great. And then 2 crack and 4 crack, or 2 bam and 4 bam, line one. But I'm still, it's safer, definitely safer than line three. But I do want to look at any like numbers. I just want to see how it's looking. And it's probably not looking as good as I think. Because I do have to worry about that 2 dot. I could call the soap, the other one that goes out. I could call the red. I would then be able to call the 2. And that is less risky than line 3 of 2024. So if I can keep track of line 1 of 2024 and the second any like numbers hand, that would be the best scenario, which means I need to keep everything except for the flower. Am I correct, my honey? My husband is such my greatest assistant. What do you think? Right? So he has confirmed in the background, you guys can't see it, that for line number 1 of 2024 and line number 2 of any like numbers, those are my 2 best options. So hopefully I went through this slow enough for you guys to see that. I'm going to dump right now the flowers. Now, if I had another flower or even one more joker, maybe I would just consider the any like numbers line 1, but that's pretty weak, but it's a safe hand, but I'm not going to go for that. So I'm just going to go for those other 2 hands. Let's see what happens. Oh my God, here we go. Watch, I'm going to pick 3 flowers in a row. Watch. No, thank you. Okay. Ooh, ooh, look at that. Okay, so let's see. Um, let's put that together again. 2s. Oh, interestingly enough, I had 2024 with the BAMs. Yeah, but I didn't have enough of the 2s or 4s in the opposite suit, so I'm okay with not doing that hand. It was still risky. Okay, so 2s I can call. The soap, hopefully that one will go out and it's not all the way at the end. I can call the 2 and I would need one more good pick for the 4. Now, if I want to keep track of any like numbers with 2s, just want to give a quick look. Is Joe up here playing 1, 2? Is that my other 2s? I don't know. It could happen. I'll keep the 2 dot as a option for the any like numbers. And to me now, the 4s can go. Randy, do you want to confirm? Here's hand number 1. And then any like numbers with 2s, I need to keep all the 2s. I also may get another 2 dot and may be able to use the other 2 dot here instead. I don't know. But okay, this is what I'm doing. I hope I'm seeing this right. Oh my goodness, I'm confused. I hope you guys aren't. Okay, here we go. Getting rid of the 4 bam. Ah, scary. Ah, good choice. Thank you for making that right decision. If I held on to that 4 in hopes that I was going to get four, do something with it and then threw it out later, oh, Joe would get Mah Jongg. So, oh, and I should oh, there is two four dots out, so I'm okay. Perfectly okay. Ooh, there we go. Do I commit to the two crack for line number 1 of 2024? I say yes. I say yes. I say at 48 tiles left, we're in the middle of the middle game, and we'll be soon in the end game. I say yes, go for it. So I got 4. I'm going to do it. And that will be for but before I do this, let me do the, why did that happen when I hit cancel? Well, oh, oh, I thought it would give me a chance to think about it. Oh, my husband said if you cancel, I thought cancel would give me a chance to think about it, but I screwed up. All right, well, I'm not going to cry over spilt milk. I can't believe I did that. Okay, so let's see what Joe is playing. So I get my mind off of why I just hit cancel. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Joe. The Pung Pung Kong Kong, same suit. And then 5, 6, 7, 8 for Agata, Pung Pung Kong Kong. And I think those are the two choices. Okay, I can't believe it. I thought I could do that. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'll get rid of the 4. I may still be okay. Who knows? We'll see. Mm, maybe I'll be like, oh, thank you so much for getting me out of my misery. Oh my goodness. Now, if I had called the tile, it would have changed the picking and I might not have gotten the joker. Oh, that makes me feel better. Oh my God. So I thought, and I guess I learned a lesson. I thought I could just say cancel so I could make a decision, but why would I even have to say cancel? Because I wanted to like move my hand around and I don't know if I thought I could. Canceling the call, Randy said. Oh my goodness. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, pung pung, Kong Kong, 1, 2, 3, 4. Joe was pretty far from it. Wes, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Line 3 with the matching dragons. Far from it. Oh my goodness. Well, I had some really nice options here. Boo hoo, boo hoo. Okay. Here we go. I'll do this again. Ah, look at that. 2 soaps again. What the heck is going on with those soaps? Let me move them down here just until I get things figured out. We'll start with our multiples, and we have multiples that do not like each other. They are not friends. They're frenemies, actually, in the world of Mahjong. So, wanting to keep them maybe to be able to give myself more flexibility. But let's see what 8s would bring me right now. Any like numbers? 2, 4, 6, 8, very little. Working off of the 3s, if I keep the 6, it could be part of 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't know. The soaps I definitely don't want to get rid of because they work very nicely with a run in the middle of a run or for any like numbers. Or as we saw the last hand, 2, 0, 2, 4, possibly. Don't know if the 1 is going to come into play. I mean, it could be 1, 3, 3, 5, but not sure if I want to even think about that at this point. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this, and I would kind of like, let's see. I do have mixed suits in a couple of ways. I have it with the 9, 6. No, I don't have it two ways here. I have it with the 6, 7 dot, and 8 bam. That is a definite possibility. Little bits of little bits. And well, oh, Randy, that's an old message. Debbie says 6, 7, 8, 3 suits. Yep. Excellent. Thank you, Deb. All right, so I think I'm going to do this to begin with. 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. Yeah. Oh, look at what I got. Okay, so I have a little bit of 3, 6, 9 going on. Second hand from the bottom. You know, a little risky with the pair of sixes, but it's early. So I'm going to move those up right now. And can I keep all of this? What is going to happen here? We've got 7, 8, lots of 7s and 8s. Whew. Oh my goodness, that would not be a cool move, but I do like that 3, 6, 9 right there. Anybody have any suggestions? So if I keep the 3, the 7, 8, and 9, 7 dot 8 bam 9 crack, that's the mixed suit run. This is a beautiful pass, but it is what it is. I mean, I can't keep everything. I'd have to keep all the 7s and 8s, which I could easily do. 7, 8, 9 would give me good flexibility. So if I kept all the 7s and 8s and the 9 and forgot about the, keep all this here, keep the soaps in case I go with like numbers, then I still am in a predicament because I would want to keep all of it. That's a nice hand right there. 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. Right there. Oh boy. All right, guys, help me out. What do you think I should do? Randy, what would you do here? Would you keep all of this and maybe break it up and do this? Keep all my runs in like numbers here? Well, I'm getting rid of the 7 crack though, which is, how could I do that? Because if I get rid of the 3, then I have a double. So I think I'll try this. Oh, this is really, really, really troubling here. I just lost, I hope everybody's still on because I think I lost internet for a second. I'll do this. Oh, it's a safer option. There we go. That helps a lot. All right, so now let's look at it this way. 7, 8, or 9 with the flowers, or 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. That's pretty. It is a concealed hand, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, the bottom consecutive run concealed hand, but it's an option. And I don't have any jokers. So in all honesty, Brandy, I should be looking at the 7, 8, 9, 9, 8, 7, 7 hand. What did I get rid of? Oh, I did get rid of the 7 crack. Maybe I'll get it back. Will I risk? I don't think I'll get 3 tiles in, so I could break those up. I'm good with, if I got 3 good tiles in, oh my God, that would kill me. But I'm going to take a chance. Oh, phew. Oh no, I did get, if I were to do that, Randy, look at that. I could get rid of the flower. Oh my goodness. 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 9, 9, 8. Oh my God, I'm so close to that singles and pairs hand, you guys. Third hand down on the right side. If I get that 8 back, and then I would need a 9 dot, 8 dot, 9 dot, 9 BM, 7 BM. Oh, I'm going to try it. Oh my goodness, this is really going to be like so crazy, but I'm going to try it. Oh, oh my God, my husband was yelling, no, 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 like when I went to hit continue. He thinks I'm hitting cancel on the call button. That's going to be stuck. Uh, oh God. Dana said keep the 3 so you have a double. Well, guess what? I went a whole different route now. I am thinking of trying that singles and pairs hand. I know. I'm going to try it. I have no jokers. What the heck? All right, ready? I never pass flowers unless I absolutely have to. In this case, I won't pass a pair. So I'm going to try it. Oh my God. Now what? Shoot. Oh my God. Okay, now we have to really think about it. I did not think I was going to get in all those tiles. Mm. I have to pass 3, sweetheart. I think either the 7, I think the 7 BM. Yeah, the 7 BM out of that hand, that would be the best. 9988. Then I would need 2 tiles to darn, this is so crazy. All right, this is a nice pass, but I'm doing it because I've got such a good singles and pairs in. I could have stopped the Charleston, but I would never have gotten those other tiles in. So that's why, even if though I have to give something up, I benefited by continuing. So here we go. All right. Uh, Look at that. But I think if there's another one around because it wouldn't have, I sent it across and then it went to the last right. And so there's another 7 BM somewhere there, I think. Okay, so here we go. I got 2 to pass. I was hoping for the 8 crack back. All right, so let's think about what I need here. I need a 9 BM, a 7 dot, an 8 crack. I need a 9 BM, a 7 dot, an 8 crack, but any 2 of those will get me set. What, Randy? Right, 7 dot. Well, yeah, exactly. But if I get a 7 BM, then I need a 9 BM. So yeah, I got it. I think I got it straight, I think. Okay, so I will again take the tiles I got in at the end of the Charleston, get rid of those first. I'll do the 4 first. Here's 1 7 BM. There's I don't need that one really. All right, we've got 5 BMs up. Oh, I got 2 of them. Nobody wanted them. So I'll just keep going with these 3s or 1s. The 1s are not out yet. Darn. Look at that. All right. So All right, so now I'll move this. I'm putting it in the way that it's configured on the singles and pairs section. It helps me see what I need. Although I wish they were in the opposite and not going backwards, but descending. I wish they were 7, 8, 9. So now I need either an 8 crack or a 9 bam to be set to call this hand. Look we're at 78 tiles left. This is a possibility, a good possibility. And I'm just going to get rid of all, I only have 2 discards at this point. So I'll get rid of the soap too. Okay, we're still good. Now there's 3 soaps out, so it's probably definitely not needed, but I'll get that one out before the 6. Aha. Oh, God. Come on. 1 9 bam now. Shucks. Oh, 1 8 crack. Oh my goodness. Another 9 bam. Oh my God. Dana, singles and pairs, line 3 on the right side is what I was doing. And I came so close. And it's so much fun trying when you have no jokers. If worse came to worse, I'd end up switching out to a run or like numbers or something like that. But you have to try it. Look at this. I needed one more pick to be set to call Mahjong. And Joe got it with any like numbers with the news. Oh my goodness. That was really, really a good attempt. Consecutive run line 4 for Wes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Not quite there. Winds and Dragons line 3 for Agata with the east west in the run, and also not all that close to it either. So, I mean, that hand really formed nicely. Ah, God, that was so close. Oh, all right. Well, let's do it again. It's fun to it's always fun to try. And we can't take this game too seriously because it's just a game and it's supposed to be fun. So why not have fun with it? Oh, look at how cool this is. We have 3s and 8s. Frenemies. They don't like each other. All right. Well, what am I got 2 jokers. All right, we have 8, so I'm going to work off of 8s as well with like numbers. I mean, yeah, with like numbers. Um, I could keep the 2. I do know that the bottom concealed 2, 4, 6, 8 hand is a potential right there. I've got 2 jokers. I've got 1 flower. That's not bad. What else could we keep? I don't know if there's anything else that I really want to keep here. So maybe I'll do this and this for now. I think even though the 4 dot is part of 2, 4, 6, 8, would not for a same suit 2, 4, 6, 8 maybe, but I want to I want to do this for right now. So let's see what happens. um, hmm, not too much going on here. Nope, I'm just going to get rid of these. What am I doing with these 3s though? Maybe 2, 3 with the matching. I don't know. Nothing is happening that's really looking too good right now. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. 2, 3, and 4, 5. See, that's nice. Right there. That's the safest of my hands, actually. So I am going to break that up and do that for now, because this actually is pretty nice right here. And maybe I'll end up getting a mixed suit run or a same suit run out of it. We'll see. All right, I changed my direction. Ooh, look at this, 2 more threes, like numbers with threes. Whoa. I kind of like that. Okay, I have no problem, by the way, passing like numbers, even if there is a chance that Agatha could be playing with eights, but I I want to build my hand, so I don't want to like worry about every single thing I pass. I would prefer not to pass a pair. I try not to pass flowers if I can help it. So, here we go. I went in a totally different direction. Look at this. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, or like numbers with threes. I cannot keep it all, unfortunately. So I am going to continue, and I'm going to get rid of these, and I'm going to, I mean, I just have too much nice stuff going on with like numbers right now. So I think I'm gonna focus on that. I'll keep the 4 and 5, because if I were to do 2, 3, 4, 5, the 2 is in the pung position, meaning I need less of those than I do the 4 and 5. That's why I'm doing the 2. Oh, this is like I could even do 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, but no, I'm not going to even think about that. That's what I'll do. Nada, nada, nada for here. Maybe I need to keep this now for any like numbers line too, even though I didn't do it before. So I think I'm going to go ahead and the 4 and 5 were in my hand the whole time. I think most of it. I hate to give that up. Does anybody remember if one of those came in? I don't. I don't remember. Oh boy. I guess I won't pass it.
I think the 5 came in, Debbie.
Oh, good. Thank you for saying that. Oh, thank you so much. I wanted to get rid of 3. Ugh, nothing I like. I don't know. Maybe I should hold on to this for maybe I'll get the news, since I never did even keep that. I doubt it though. Let's see. Um, okay, I could call the 3. I definitely need a good pick for that. Crazy, but maybe I should keep it. It probably makes more sense than the dragon, because I haven't seen any other dragons. So I think I'm going to do 3 and pass those. Maybe I'll get another north, west, and south. Who knows? I didn't, but oh well. Look at, I got that 2 back. Okay. All right, let's see what happens. I'll go ahead and get rid of some of these. 1, 3, 3, 5. Oh, I almost feel like I want to keep this as well, because I see a lot of 1, 3, 3, 5. If I were to get some, I think I passed the 1 bam early on, but maybe I'll hold it for a little bit. So many options. A flower, 5 bam. I'm gonna get rid of that 9. What about 3, 6, 9? Shoot. 3, 3, 6, 9. And the 3s. Wow, look at this. Of course, I need the pair of 6s, but look at all of that right there. That's like, I got the most tiles right there. Okay, 369, line 2. 369, line 2. I need a pair of flowers and I need a 6 bm. But I could call the 9 bm, I could call the 3 dot. Wow, that's cool. All right, I'll get rid of the 5. Whew. Too much to keep track of. It'd be nice if there was like a machine that someone invented. So like you could just like plug in everything you're keeping track of and you had it right in front of you. That'd be pretty cool. I'll get rid of the 2. I don't think I need it. How risky do I want to be? That's a pung. I could wait. I could wait. I don't need to rush to it. I'm going to wait. I made my decision. Oh, see? Good thing I didn't, because there's 1 6 bm right there. Bring me a 6 bm. Oh, look at that. All right, I'll get rid of this. Now I just need an N or a W and a flower. I need a north, or I mean a north or a south. All right, as long as I have tiles to get rid of, that's a good thing. All right, we have a 7 bm and a joker exchange available. All right, I'm not keeping that at all. And Jen, I could change to something else. No. Oh. All right, so here's a good thing. If I call the 3 dot, I can still use it for any like numbers. So do I want to call it right now at this point? It's so early. I kind of feel like I want to wait a little bit. Oh, God. I feel like I don't want to give up the joker quite yet and commit there. Because if I played any like numbers, line 1, I need more jokers. Shoot. And if I ended up getting the north and the south or getting close to that, I'm going to ignore. I know it's probably crazy, but I'm going to ignore it. I'm waiting. I need one more good pick of something to give me some sign, and that's not it, to be honest. 3 6 6 9. No. Do this one first. Oh, please give me something that I can work with. Okay, getting out what's not out. Tell me, why is it not coming in my way? 3 6 3 6 9. No. 3 6 6. No. Nope. Not going to happen. I talk to myself too much. There goes a flower. That one I don't need because it's a single. Oh, geez. Ooh, 7 crack. There's 1 7 dot, 1 7 crack, 2 7 dots. Okay, that's okay. Nice. I wanted that joker. Okay. Boy, I do want that 9 bm or a flower. I'll take either right now. Not 9 bm, 6 bm. Oh, oh no. Jeez. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. I'm gonna have to grab it, I think. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to play with this and see what happens. when I gets to my turn. Oh, okay. So here's a situation where if I don't take Wes's Joker, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's, oh no, wait a minute. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I do that right? 1, I hate this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's one left in the wall. If I don't take that Joker, somebody else is going to grab it. So I'm trying to see what else I could do. Let's see. Too bad. 3, 6, 3, 6, 9. That bottom concealed hand, but I didn't keep the right tiles. Ugh, this is so frustrating. It also means that that first hand for is very hard to get because all of the flowers are out except for one. So any like numbers is very risky. I could possibly still pick up a north or south. Chances are probably kind of slim, but it could happen. If I get that Joker, then I could call the last flower and put them all up. And then I don't have any other Jokers for my 3, 6, 9. So I think I have to let it go. Sadly, I love to grab it and I can't. So darn, darn, darn. I would always grab that flower if I didn't need to have a pair. Shoot, what are my chances I'm going to get that pair or the 6 bam or be ready to Maj? Oh, God, let me think this through. I might be better off though. Oh my goodness. I might be better off. Maybe I'll get more Jokers. Anybody have any? And Hannah, I see you're on. What do you think, Hannah? You could unmute and tell me. I think I might be better off grabbing the Joker and just hoping I get more Jokers. Is what I'm thinking. Because then I could still potentially do line 1. And what about not a mixed suit? That wouldn't work either. Okay, I don't know, Hannah, where you went. Maybe she walked away from her computer. So anyway, I think I just changed again my whole direction. I'm going to grab that Joker. 5, 6, 7. There is one left. I'm going to grab it. This is a mess of a hand. Okay, I'm just saying. Mm-mm. Oh my God, I can't even make my hand. Oh, congratulations, Joe. Okay, I'm not being a sore sport, but really, I mean, my goodness, was my 6 bam still in the wall? Let me see. Right there. Look at all the Jokers. I could have gotten lots of Jokers. 6 bam, right. One all the way at the end, one here. What are the chances I would have picked it? Not great. Oh well, fun trying. So 5, 6, 7, 8, pung pung kong kong, consecutive run line 7, popular configuration. And then north, south, 4, 5, that little run again, or not really consecutive numbers. It's not really a run. And then west, any like numbers line 1 with the ones. All right. Well, let's do it again. We're going to keep trying until I mahjong. I'm going to mahjong at least once tonight. Whew. All right, let's start with our multiples. 3 and 6. 6 is our multiple, so we'll keep all of those dragons. We'll keep, I see 3 6s popping out at me, so I'll keep the 3. What else can I keep with the 6s? Not a whole lot that I would want to keep, except for maybe something in evens, 2, 4, 6, 8, but 2024 is not that promising. And if I were going to keep 2, 4, 6, 8, I would probably keep the 2 crack and the 8 dot. I don't think the 2 would serve me, because this would be same suit, 2, 4, 6, 8. But all those dragons, I kind of like that. I'm hoping I get like numbers with 6s. That's kind of pretty. I'm going to do this, and do I want to keep the north and see? Maybe I'll get some wins. Let's try this. No, I didn't, but I got lots of good 9 stuff. All right, I'm going to put these here. So I got a lot of 3, 6, 9s, and I do love that category. So I'll keep those, and I'll do this. I'm not going to keep the Norse. Of course, I got a south, but I got a 3. All right, so I'm going to play around with something when I get the next pass in. I've got to figure out what I'm doing here. Lots of options. Lots of options in 3, 6, 9. I don't necessarily need to pick a hand unless I get in another tile that I need to make a decision. I got a green. Okay, so for line 4 under 3, 6, 9, unfortunately, I don't have the double 6s in the cracks. But, you know, I've got this hand potentially here. 3s and dragons. I also have mixed suit if I do get flowers. 3, 6, and 9. That would be line 3 on the right side. And I have that same hand I was looking at before, which would be lovely. What else? Is there any other? I'm trying to see if I need, I'm going to continue, and I think I'm going to end up having to do this here. That would be my choice right there. Oh, I got another green. So that 3, this hand, it's pretty nice, but it's still weak. And there's no other hand under 3, 6, 9 with the matching dragons, but any like numbers with 3s could be a possibility, but I would need 3 dots. So I've got my mixed suit, 3 bam, 6 crack, and 9 dot, third line down on the right side. If I get flowers, I guess this is my 3. Nada, nada. Oh, I got a 3 for any like numbers. So any like numbers or the fourth hand down, any like numbers line 2 or the fourth hand down under 3, 6, 9. And that 9 dot at this point is probably not going to be anything special, but I think I did have that from the beginning. I'm just going to do 2 just to make a smarter choice here. And not break those up right now either. So I'll do 2. Give me 1 tile. Got a 6, which actually would have been nice, but I also have that 3, 6, 9 hand that we were playing before, but now I don't have any flowers. But who knows? All right, this is going to be fun. Another fun, challenging set of tiles. But I have 1 good discard right now without having to make a decision. So here we go. Boy, 2 soaps and a flower. Okay, we said we had to make a decision if I picked in a tile. Okay, so the 4th hand down under 3, 6, 9. I could call the 3 bam. I could call the 3 crack, would not want to put up all those. Well, no, I could call the 3 bam without. I could call the green without. I could call the 3 crack with 1 joker, but I would need 1 more good pick for the red. So that hand's pretty nice. That hand is pretty nice. Keeping 3, 6, the like numbers with 3s. Line number 2. I have all of this to start. I need a pair of 3s. That's the worrisome part. And I certainly need more, 1 more 3 or a red, but it's another good backup. So I think I'm kind of set with what I'm doing. And I cannot keep everything. I can't even, I mean, honestly, I'd love to keep the 6 crack, but uh 3, 6, 9 with not with 3s. 3, 6, 9. No, I'm too far away. I'm still thinking of line 2. I love that hand. Okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm either doing line 4, 3, 6, 9, or the any like numbers, line 2. Let's just see what happens and what I get in. At least now I have some discards. Ooh, so many options. Aha. I want that. I want to get a joker exchange for sure. Hmm. I thought somebody was holding on to those for sure. Ooh, another one. I got to keep track of these jokers. You think I would get 1 joker? Okay, that's good. I have 2 of those, but I'm not obviously don't need it. So obviously, if I want to go for 3, 6, 9, line 4, I got to grab that right now. It's the safer hand. I don't need to put up a joker. In this particular case, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to call it because I don't have to use a joker. And I'm pretty well set for that hand. So I'm going to call that for a pung. And we'll get this out. I just need another good pick and we'll be set. So there we go. Just like that. So I could call the 3 and I could call the red. And I've now discounted line 2 of any like numbers. So I'll do the 3 as far as doing the 6s because I have 2 6s. Never know. Maybe I'll get a little joker bait. I doubt it, but maybe. Aha. Okay. So I got to call that. And I always look at my card, even if I know the card well, to make sure I do the Kong, which is what I need for that. It would have been nice if somebody called that 6 crack. Okay, so any of these can go now. Aha. Now I call the green, and that is also going to be a Kong. Now I need a 3 crack to call or pick a joker swap or pick a joker. So I got some multiple ways to make that hand. Make sure I look around. Oof, God, every time they do that, I'm like thinking somebody's going to call Mah Jongg. Ah, look at that. Debbie, may I have your joker, please? And that is Mah Jongg. Finally, one game. I probably should end on a good note. I'm going to stop sharing. You have to admit it was a challenging night, but the hands were coming in good. It wasn't like I was far, far away from anything. It's just I wasn't getting Mah Jongg before the other players. And when you play Siamese, you have such a much greater chance of making Mah Jongs because you only have one opponent to worry about and you have double the tiles. When you're playing against 3 others, 1 in 4 wins and 3 loses. So, it's not unusual, but what you want to make sure you always work on is to be able to, uh, one, first of all, study the card. 2, leave as many options open as possible. And if you do that and you are able to, your hand starts coming in nicely, you're doing the right thing. If you are nowhere, tons of tiles, you don't know which direction you're going in, you need to study the card more and go into the exercise room and try, you know, build your knowledge of the card. That really is the key. And of course, forming the tiles, knowing what to pass in, the Charleston, etc. So, okay. Oh, Dana says you did not want a joker. Please explain. Um, well, I did end up taking the joker, but if I were going to make a hand with a pair, then I would be totally giving up that opportunity. But it ended up that it made more sense, even if I didn't make Mah Jongg, to take the joker, prevent someone else from getting it. That's the best. That was the best option for me there. Anyway, that's it for tonight, everybody. And for anybody watching, I hope that you make it through this storm safely. I will see anybody who comes in Sunday night for Siamese. And until then, be well, practice, practice, practice. And good night, everybody. I hope you had a good night.
Stay safe,
Night.
Debbie.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.